To the Break for Moms. And if you are watching this archive broadcast, thank you so much for taking your time to take a break from your family and watch this special show. We've got a great list of topics lined up, and I'm just waiting for my live viewers to show up. So it'll take about 30 seconds. I'll get a notification that I have notified my fans that the show is currently live, and then I will start to see viewers pop up on my screen, and then I know it's time to get started. So hang tight and grab some coffee or tea and relax and enjoy this show. It's going to be a great one. And my fans have just been notified, so I'm waiting for the first viewer to pop up. And checking my background to make sure it looks okay. I have an official show t-shirt back here. I'll tell you more about that later. Waiting. I'm watching. Oh, I've got one viewer. Hi, I'm Nicole. Welcome to The Break for Moms. I'm so excited that you're joining me today. I've got a great show lined up, and I feel fresh and ready to go. You know, the last few weeks, starting out as a broadcaster on Bidchat, I was really kind of going at it 200%, and I was doing multiple shows per week, taking my first show and then repeating it several times live throughout the week, and I started to feel some burnout right away. So it feels like it's been a long time because I actually waited the full week. Since last Monday, I have not broadcasted. So I'm feeling fresh and relaxed, and I hope you are feeling fresh and relaxed as well. Thanks for taking a break with me today. This show is for mothers and caretakers of young children, as well as children who are dependents up to age 18. Or if you have adult children that you are caring for, then this show would be something that you would want to listen to and watch as well. So we've got a great lineup. Let's talk about some different topics going on in the media. Tori Spelling. Did you hear that Tori Spelling is having her 5th baby? I did not know this. I went on Yahoo to get my official celebrity news, and I found on US Weekly that they had just released a story, an article all about her announcing her pregnancy. And it was interesting because I know there had been those rumors of her husband, Dylan McDermott, having the affair and everything. So it was a pleasant surprise to see that they actually, according to her, had been working things out. And she was now having her 5th baby. Wow, how many celebs have 5 babies? That is amazing. I do not judge her in any way. I wish I had the stamina to have 5 children. I have 3, age 5 and under, and I feel like I'm drowning most days. So the fact that Tori Spelling is having her 5th baby now is really, it's pretty inspiring to say the least. So anyhow, you can read more about that on Us Weekly online, or check it out at your local newsstand. And with that, let's talk about flu season. I do not like germs. I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. So I'm going to express my views and talk a little bit about the flu and the flu vaccine. However, I also want to tell you about some more traditional, non-medicinal ways that you can help prevent your family and yourself from getting the flu. So let's first talk about the flu itself. The flu sometimes can be confused with the common cold. The flu is a very sudden onset of a fever over 100 degrees. I think the CDC listed it as 100.5 or above. And there is usually some respiratory distress. You suddenly feel like you can't breathe. It's different from the cold, where it starts maybe sore throat and then it moves into a cough. It's something very sudden with the flu. So you feel kind of like you just got hit over the head. And of course, aching body aches, especially back, very achy back, bones in general. And of course, like I said earlier, those other symptoms with the fever, sometimes maybe sore throat, cough, but it's that very sudden onset. I wanted to find out a little bit more about the flu and what's going on with the flu this year for the 2016-2017 season. And one thing I discovered, if you are one of those people that chooses to vaccinate yourself and your family, the nasal spray that goes in your nose, obviously, is not one this year that they're saying is effective. I've never gotten that. I don't know much about that nasal. I think it's maybe a swab, not necessarily a spray. I don't know anything about that. But I want to let you know that if you are vaccinating your kids, don't get that nasal one, or for yourself. They're saying it's not going to be effective. You want to get the actual shot. And for most people, it is a shot that covers 3 different strains of the flu H1N1 and a flu A and a flu B. You can look on the CDC website to hear more details about what exactly those specific strains are. But they change each year, and the people, the makers of these flu shots, they have to have the shots ready with the strains that they think they want to hit a few months before those flu shots actually go out. So when people complain about the flu shot not being effective, unfortunately, they can't really keep it as up to date as possible because they have to have the shots prepared to ship out to the health industry a few months ahead of time to make sure that they get there on time so that when flu season starts around mid-October, which we are at right now, that those shots are ready and that there are enough of them, because I know sometimes flu shots run out and you might call your doctor's office and they say they don't have any right now. So you want to get them right away if you are choosing to get them. It takes 2 weeks for the flu shot to kick in, which in terms of immunity for yourself and your family, I didn't know this. So sometimes people complain that they think they got the flu from the flu shot, but I want to let you know if you're getting the shot, it is not a live vaccine. I checked this out from CDC. It is not a live vaccine. The only one that was live is that nasal one, which you don't want to get this year. They're telling you not to get it. It's not going to be effective. So the shot itself cannot give you the flu. However, you can have a reaction to the shot, which could mimic some similar symptoms to the flu. And of course, that would be a really bad reaction. Most people don't have that reaction. Also, in the process of waiting for that immunity from the vaccine to kick in, you could actually get the flu. Not from the shot, but just being in that time period where the flu is around us, it's in the air and droplets in the air, it's on surfaces if someone else spreads the flu, you can get it. Again, it's not from the shot though. It would just be by chance that you pick up the flu before the vaccine kicks in and starts to protect you and give you immunity. I found that interesting. I also discovered that there are certain people besides the ones we know about, seniors and obviously young children and infants, that are more prone to this flu and getting severe symptoms. And those are, interestingly, Native Americans. I don't know why this is, but it said Native Americans and Native Alaskans get more severe complications from the flu. So besides seniors and infants who you want to be more protected against the flu, as well as pregnant women, people of those ethnicities that I mentioned should consider getting a flu shot as well. So what if you're one of the people that doesn't want to deal with shots? You want something all natural. And I'm not going to lie, there are preservatives in most of the flu shots. So this is what I researched from the CDC and from Mayo Clinic. Those are my two really good sources when I want to learn about health information. Of course, I am not a doctor. If you have any questions, please do not take what I'm saying as information from a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Go to your doctor, your pediatrician for your kids, and find out all of the answers that you need. Please do not use me as a doctor resource. There, I've said it. That's my little warning. Anyhow, I want you to know that I am well researched. I don't want to come on the show and tell you things that are just things that I think or watched on TV. These are reputable sources. So if you do not want to get the flu shot, the number one way, of course, is washing your hands, which we all know about. But are you washing your hands long enough? You actually need to scrub for 15 to 20 seconds. That's as long as it takes to sing happy birthday at a comfortable pace. If you're not washing and scrubbing for that long, then you are not getting rid of germs. You're not being an effective washer. And that goes for adults, not just kids. Oftentimes adults do a quick hand wash and think they're done. You're not done. You've got to really scrub. So keep that in mind. It doesn't matter if it's hot or cold water. It's the scrubbing action with the soap that gets rid of germs. Also, for yourself and for your kids, an alcohol-based hand sanitizer can be effective towards the flu. It has to be 60% alcohol or more. And of course, it is a second-rate substitute to hand washing, so it's not going to be as effective. But if you're desperate, your kids just played at a play place, or I don't know, you went somewhere and you touched a lot of objects and you want to clean your hands quickly and you don't have access to soap and water, then you should use the hand sanitizer. It's only the non-alcohol-based hand sanitizers that actually have been reported to cause resistant bacteria. There was no research that I found for alcohol-based sanitizers to impact bacteria resistance, which was contrary to what I had thought. I was ready to put my hand sanitizer permanently away and in the trash can, but I'm keeping it because it is a good alternative if you don't want to get sick and you don't have soap and water. So keep that in mind. But I know that's not for everybody either because it does have some chemicals in it. I mean, not everybody wants to put alcohol on their hands. Honestly, my hands are already pretty dry just from using it a few times when my kindergartner goes back and forth to school and I want to just keep my hands clean because I'm touching a lot of areas at the school where there are lots of little kids with lots of germs. So with that in mind, exercise is a huge one. We don't think about exercise as boosting our immunity, but it actually has been proven that those who exercise, at least moderately, 3 or 4 times a week, can boost their immunity. And with that in mind, if you are someone who is obese, you are at greater risk of contracting the flu or other germs because your immune system is not going to be as effective. So it's a win-win if you exercise. Also, fluids are important because it just keeps our body healthier, keeps our immune system at its best by hydrating the body. And that's something that as moms, I don't know about you, but I have a really hard time staying hydrated. I tend to quickly eat on the run. I'm standing up when I'm eating a lot because I've got 3 kids age 5 and under. I'm having to help the little ones to eat, and I tend to not really sit down and have a full meal and drink something all the time. In fact, right now, I wish I had my water by me. I'm just looking. I didn't even put a water next to me while I'm talking, which is bad. So make sure you stay hydrated. You can get those reusable water bottles that are BPA free if you're concerned about that as well, the BPA. They have plenty of ones that are safe to refill, and they have as many as 24 fluid ounces in them. So that's 3 glasses of water right there. So if you keep filling those throughout the day, then you'll be in really good shape to make sure you get those 8 glasses of water a day that you need to stay your healthiest. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about kids and how funny they are. So my middle child, her name is Giada. She is 3. I discovered she has been a little bit naughty with her hygiene and boogers. I know, I said boogers. My son pointed out to me, I think I might have mentioned this on another show, but it's really funny, so I have to mention it again. Oh, thank you, Patrick, for boosting my score. Happy to see that you're watching today. Anyhow, my daughter decided that she is going to have a booger wall at her house. And my son pointed this out to me. He said, Mom, do you know that Giada has been wiping her boogers on the wall? So I'm thinking, okay, there's 1 or 2. I walked to this area of my house where there is a blank wall. There's nothing on the wall. It's just simply a white wall. And my son points out that there are several dry boogers all over the wall. Dot to dot to dot. Somehow I didn't notice. I'm sure I've been kind of busy with the other kids in the house running around, you know, like all moms are. And they were everywhere. I still have not been able to get them off. They're crusted. They're hard. They're disgusting. And they're all over the wall. I don't know why, because we have plenty of Kleenex in our house. It's right in the bathroom. I even have a Dory-themed Kleenex box. I mentioned to you that my daughter likes Dory, and she had a Dory-themed birthday party. Anyhow, I don't know why she didn't just grab a Kleenex or tissue toilet paper from the bathroom. She has been secretly wiping her boogers on the same spot on the wall for weeks now. I would love for you to call in if you have a similar story. I didn't know that kids do this, or at least not more than once in the same area of the wall. I don't know, that was kind of bizarre to me, but that was funny. So that's my funny story of the week, the booger wall. And I also want to tell you about my experience this weekend with the Mom to Mom sale. I was telling you how I spent all last week in my garage tagging items of clothes that I wanted to get rid of. It was really hard because there are so many cute clothes that my kids had as babies, and I didn't get rid of all of them. I definitely saved some. I put them in a box and put them in the basement, but you can't save everything, especially if you have multiple kids. So I tagged all of these items. I got them ready. It was a process. I had to mark whether or not I wanted to donate them. I had to take a half of a 3x5 note card and safety pin it to each item and put each item on a hanger, because the mom to mom sale that I participated in, which was sponsored by my mom's group that I was telling you about called Real Moms, which is a fabulous support group that I've been a part of. Anyways, the sale is a department style, which is different than a lot of mom to mom sales where you just go table by table and people sell all of their kids' stuff and it's just kind of sorted on the table. This department style is a new spin on mom to mom sales, because you can literally go to the rack that's the size of your child or children and just hand pick right from the rack. So there's no searching through piles of clothes to find out sizes that you need. It's all there organized by rack, just like a department store. So anyways, the prep is a lot for this. And after I went to the sale, I spent $86. I got so much cool stuff. For my son, I posted this on Instagram. If you go to the Break for Moms on Instagram, you can see this cute little photo of my son with a pair of roller skates. I had always wanted to buy those Fisher-Price roller skates, but I wasn't sure if he would like them. I didn't want to pay full price, so I got them for $4. They're adjustable and they fit roughly size, kids age 2 to 5, I would say. My son has really big feet. He's a size 1, believe it or not. He's only 5. So they just fit. I had to make sure that I put a slim pair of tennis shoes on him. His Skechers would not squeeze inside those Fisher-Price roller skates. Anyhow, I put shoulder pads and knee pads on him. I did not want him to get hurt. And he put on the skates and he took one step and literally did one of these and fell on the ground. And my husband and I were laughing because it was cute and he didn't get hurt. But it was just really sweet to see him put on roller skates for the first time, because he knew about roller skates, but he had never put on roller skates. And then, of course, my 3-year-old wanted to put them on, which I insisted that she hold my hand because she was really, really wobbly. But it was cute. It was cute. And I also got some Christmas gifts. Do not second guess the value of buying used Christmas gifts. Let me tell you, people spend tons of money on Christmas gifts, but kids don't know the difference. They don't care if it's in a box or not. They just want to play with something new. So I got for my 3-year-old daughter a Graco imitation baby doll swing that actually plays music. I don't know if it rocks, but it's a baby swing for a baby doll. And it came with something similar to a Moses basket, a little baby bed that you can kind of hold with handles and carry around your baby doll. And it was adorable. I paid $10 for it. I know I would have paid probably $50 or more at the store for those 2 items. And it was cute. It was a little bit of an older style. It wasn't pink, but it did say Graco on it. So I am putting it in my basement, hiding it for my daughter for Christmas. So I'm so excited that I feel like I'm on top of things. It's only the middle of October here almost, and I have one of the Christmas gifts for my kids. So don't devalue getting used Christmas gifts for your kids if you celebrate Christmas at mom to mom sales. Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna check my notes because I don't want to forget anything. I tend to forget what I want to talk about. Oh, I remember. Okay. So when I am live streaming, I now have a new nanny at my house. I only have 2 kids at home. My son goes to kindergarten 3 days a week since he goes to a private school. So one of the days he goes to kindergarten is on Mondays. So he's out of the picture. I don't have to worry about him. But I have my 3-year-old and my 1-year-old little girls at home. I needed a nanny. My mom was watching the kids, but it wasn't fair to assume that she would do it every week. And my mom is older like most grandmothers, and she gets tired. Little kids are a lot of work. So I didn't want her to feel pressured that she had to watch my kids every week. I really wanted to find a good nanny or sitter to watch the kids. And interestingly, my mom was watching my kids one day and she took them to a play place at the local mall. And she met another woman with a young child, and she asked her if she knew of a nanny. And this young woman told her about the nanny that she had, and I ended up getting her phone number and called this woman, and she turned out to be fabulous. I'm so excited to have her. I won't tell her name or anything since this is very public, this show. But I was so excited to have a good nanny because they are really hard to find. I had many high school students that had been helping me over the years, but they go back to school and then you need someone during the day. And if you need someone during the day, it's harder to find. You either need a mom that has kids of their own that wants to come over and bring their kids, or you need a college student that has a flexible schedule, or you need to find someone older. And either way, your choices are somewhat limited. It's hard to find a good person. So I asked my new nanny if she could give me some advice. And her first piece of advice was that definitely you should go to places where you think a good nanny would hang out. That means someone who's good with kids is probably going to work in a YMCA or a fitness area where they have childcare, such as Lifetime Fitness, if you're in the Michigan area, Metro Detroit area. Across the U.S., I don't know what the different fitness places are, Fitness USA and Powerhouse Gym and whatnot, but you can go to those kinds of places and go to their daycare area and just simply ask the people working there, do nanny on the side, do babysit on the side. There is also, of course, the website that you all probably know about, care.com. I was worried to use that. I felt like that website was very risky because you didn't know who you were going to get. So my nanny gave me some tips about that as well. She said, of course, reputable people who are on that site looking for nannying jobs are going to look for families that have a good profile. So they seem like a legitimate, safe family. If you have a bio on there, you want to make sure you have a picture with it, because most reputable nannies and babysitters are not going to respond to anyone that does not have their picture in their bio. And I know on the flip side, many of you probably think, oh, I don't want to put my picture on there. What if I attract the wrong person? Or somebody comes after me because of my picture? Well, unfortunately, you have to have a good picture on there or you're not going to attract a good person, probably. It's going to be a strike against you. And also, you can look for nannies and caregivers, babysitters on that website and other websites that actually paid for a background check, which I didn't know. It's optional. Not everyone on that site will pay to do that, but I would think somebody that's really serious about getting a job, my nanny thought this as well, would take the time and pay the money to get a background check. So keep that in mind. You can also check local churches where they have daycare facilities, also other daycare centers. There are many of them, I'm sure, in your area. And just go there and simply ask if the people working there do nannying on the side or if they know anyone else that would like to have a nanny or babysitting job. So those are some good tips about finding a good nanny and babysitter. It's very hard to do. I hope that that will help you. It did help me. And of course, thanks to my nanny that gave me those tips. Those were some good ones. Okay, let's move on. And I'm checking my notes again. Sorry about that. I did not have nearly enough time to prepare today as I had hoped. I don't know what it is about live streaming, but I feel like no matter how much time I had my nanny here at 10 a.m. this morning, and it is now almost 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, and I just felt like the hours just went by so fast. When you have a sitter, someone helping you with your kids, and you normally don't, it feels like there are a million things to do. I wanted to clean the table, I wanted to clean my bathroom, I wanted to put laundry away, and I should have just worked on my program. But of course I didn't. Like most moms, it's hard. When you have someone helping you, you want to get 1,000 different things done. So anyhow, I'm going to look at my notes again one more time. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. Okay, see, it was that quick. I'm so glad I have my notes in front of me. Let's talk about clowns. What is going on in the news with clowns? Clowns, creepy clowns. I'm not talking about the happy clowns like McDonald's, Ronald McDonald, and the clowns you see at the circus. I'm talking about people, creepy people that are dressing up as clowns and scaring kids and adults. Did you know that this is happening not only in the US, but also in the UK? I actually typed in clowns on the internet and I pulled up Wikipedia, which I know doesn't sound like the most reputable site, but they are up to date on news. Let me tell you, they posted on there that there are actually sightings going on in the UK as well. I wish I had someone from the UK watching this show right now that could call in. If by chance someone is watching from the UK, please call in right now because I want to hear what's going on. This is very intriguing to me that it is a global problem now with clowns. Why? I don't know. But once it starts, they call it priming, where all of a sudden more people start doing it and more people start reacting negatively to this whole clown effect, and it builds, and pretty soon you've got more and more sightings of clowns. It all plays off of each other. So I don't know if all the news coverage is good or not. But anyways, I wanted to talk about clowns because interestingly, in my area, in the Metro Detroit area, there were actually some clown sightings at the middle school and the high school level reported in my area. And teenagers, not just little kids, teenagers were calling their parents and upset and wanted them to pick them up and take them home. So as a part of my What Would You Do segment, Would you pick up your kids if there was a clown sighting at their school and they called and said they wanted to go home? Or do you trust that they're safe at school? How do you feel about that? I know that there are so many safety issues besides just the threat of clowns, but other threatening issues that can affect how safe we feel that our kids are at school. But I'm wondering if your kid's called home, if your teenager, not to say that it's not okay to be scared of clowns when you're a teenager, but it's a little surprising because you'd think by that age we wouldn't be scared. I think it's all those horror movies that scare us into thinking that clowns can be evil. Anyhow, would you pick your child, your teenager, up from school and take them home if they called you scared and said that they saw a clown? I don't know. I probably would, because nowadays you just don't know what people are up to. You start thinking about bombs and guns and all those other things that we hear about on the news lately. So I probably would pick up my teenager, because if they're scared enough to call me at home, that makes me think that it could be something really, really serious. So I'm wondering, what are teachers doing about this? Are little kids coming to school crying about clowns? Can teachers even read books with the topic of clowns? I heard that if you even dress up like a clown in some areas, that you can get arrested because of all of the information floating around in the news about clowns as threats. I find that very, very interesting. I don't know, with Halloween coming up, I don't know, can you really arrest someone for dressing up like a clown? How can you prove that they are doing something bad? If they're just dressed up like a clown and someone else feels like they're scared, but they are not trying to do any harm or threaten anyone, and they're smiling, I mean, can you really put them in jail? I don't know about that. I feel like that's going a little bit too far, but feel free to call in right now. The show is open to callers immediately, so if you want to call into the show, I'd love to hear your feedback so that you can weigh in on this topic. In the meantime, I want to tell you a little bit more about the research I did. I dug up some information about the history of clowns because I wanted to know, at what point did clowns become scary? Initially, in the Roman and the Greek empires, clowns were just considered the buffoon or the clumsy person. They didn't have the outfits like we picture clowns wearing now, with the white makeup and the nose, the red nose, the colorful clothes. It was just more of the general fool, buffoon, lazy person. And then around the 1800s, I discovered that is when clowns started taking on the traditional clown image like we see today. And then by the 1960s, McDonald's copied a little bit off of the Bozo the Clown show, which also was in the 1960s. And they had Ronald McDonald dress up like a clown with the red wig and the face paint, that white face paint that is so common with clowns. And unfortunately, like all things, somebody's got to go and mess it up. By 1986, it was Stephen King that had his horror flick about clowns. I forget the name of it. But that was when the creepy clown really came into play. So within a few years of McDonald's having their positive, happy clown that was supposed to help cheer up children, it became destroyed by the evil clown. And ever since, there have been people that have been afraid of clowns. I forget the term. There is an actual phobic term. I think it's claustrophobic. It's something with a C that sounds similar to claustrophobic. I think it's pronounced claustrophobic, and that means someone who's afraid of clowns. It is actually a condition. So if you have that condition, you're not alone. I think we all have that condition with everything going on in the news with clowns. It is kind of creepy. I don't want to talk about this too much, especially if you have little kids watching the show with you right now. But I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say about clowns, if you've had a clown sighting in your area, because in my area alone, in the Metro Detroit area, there have been several sightings, and some at schools, sadly, which really, is a shame, especially with Halloween coming up. So I can only imagine what will happen with Halloween and what people will do to seriously taunt kids and adults. It's really, really sad. And the whole topic of Halloween and it going too far really is another topic in itself that I'll probably talk about as we get closer to that season and holiday. Okay, so I want to tell you about calling into the show. Many people are new to Bidchat and they don't know how to call into the show. It's very simple. All you have to do is click on the word bid. My screen says bid quo, the bid Q, you should say. I don't know what yours says, if it says bid Q or just bid. But you click on bid and there is a pull down menu with different prices. And you see 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, etc., etc. There are bid bucks prices and then there are Bitcoin prices. Just bid the minimum. And I'm going to tell you about how you can get some free Bitcoins from me. All you have to do is bid the minimum today. No one's bidding in, so you don't have to spend a lot. The minimum is 100 Bitcoins per 1 minute, and you can just bid for 1 minute, and I can extend your call for an extra minute. So for 100 Bitcoins today, you can talk to me for 2 minutes. And I have about 2,500 free Bitcoins waiting to give out to fans and followers. So if you call in today, I will reimburse you those Bitcoins. All I have to do is get a notification that you are a follower. You can follow me and the show by clicking on the heart icon by my profile and by this video. Underneath, I believe. If you click on that heart, it turns red, and I will get a notification after the show saying I have a new follower. And I will go ahead and send 100 Bitcoins directly to you. Let me tell you, I have been sending out a lot of Bitcoins, and I have not been getting a lot of callers. I think the website was having some issues last week. And sometimes the app, the Bidchat app, can have some issues. If you do not have a strong internet connection, you will have problems. So make sure you are using a strong internet connection. Wi-Fi is not as reliable as a secure Ethernet hardline connection connected directly to your computer. Also, you want to use a good browser that supports live streaming best. Those would be either Google Chrome, which I'm using right now, as well as Firefox. And Firefox has a recent update, so you can use that one as well. I like Google Chrome personally, so you might want to use that one, but Firefox works as well. So make sure you have one of those. If you don't have one of those browsers, you can download it for free. It's safe and secure. You can go to www.google.com/Chrome or Firefox, which is produced by Mozilla, so I think it's mozilla.com that you have to go to, and then you'll have an option to download Firefox for either Mac or PC. Same with Google Chrome, Mac or PC. Make sure you get the most recent version so your computer is safe and secure. If you're using the Bidchat app, that's okay. Just know that in certain areas, just like when you make a call and your call gets dropped, the call into a live streaming show can get dropped as well. It could be a computer issue today, or it could be an app issue, or it could simply, like I mentioned before, be a website issue. If you're having problems and you are on a computer and you don't know what else to do, simply click that refresh icon right in line with your search box in your browser. It's that half circle with the arrow on it. Just click that and refresh and try again. The line is open right now. No one is calling into the show, so I hope that you will call in. I'm going to back up a little bit because I feel like I am a little bit close to the screen. And if you're just tuning in, hi, I'm Nicole, the host of The Break for Moms. This is a show for mothers and caregivers of children. So if you're a dad or a male caregiver, or you're a nanny or a babysitter or a teacher, pediatrician, etc., this show is for you as well. We were talking about the flu. We talked about the creepy clown craze going on and how we feel about that as moms. I want to show you, this is my show logo back here. A couple weeks ago, I did a giveaway to win a free t-shirt, and I'm going to do it again soon, but I want to wait until I get 100 followers on Bidchat. So if you're just tuning in, click the heart icon below this video on the show profile, and it will turn red. That's how you know you are an official follower. Once I get to 100, I am going to give away another one of these t-shirts to one lucky follower and viewer. It is a very cute shirt, courtesy of Make It Memories in downtown Northville. If you're from the Metro Detroit area, check out that store. It's a great store for customization. So I'm going to leave it there as my backdrop for a while until I feel like putting something holiday-ish up. The rest of my house is starting to get decorated for fall, but I'm not sure what I want to put here. I think I need to get a really nice picture. I don't know about you, but there is this awesome store called Kirkland's in the Metro Detroit area, and they have some really nice holiday pictures. I definitely want to get one for the winter season. They have pictures of snow-covered villages, and the pictures actually light up. There are little LED lights in the pictures, and Santa pictures, and different seasonal pictures, and I would like to swap out a different picture on this wall for the different seasons. I'd like to do that in my bathroom as well, because I have a bathroom that's not decorated very well. So I thought about having a couple areas in my house that are just seasonal and I can swap out the photos. I'm wondering if anyone else does that. I think that's kind of a good idea, and it gives you a chance to buy new things without feeling like it doesn't match the rest of your house, because I feel like things really need to match. So certain areas of my house are specific colors and different seasonal things don't match. So I feel like I'm not allowed to put them up. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being type A, being weird about things matching. I don't know. I'm kind of weird like that. Anyhow, thanks for all the thumbs up. I have 21 thumbs up today, which is awesome. And I'm sorry, I have this bad habit of moving while I'm talking. I don't know what it is. I don't feel nervous. I don't know. I'm just moving back and forth. I think I'm just excited and I have a little bit of that nervous energy, but not nervous as in the sense that I feel nervous about live streaming, just anxious, excited, because I have 63 viewers and 21 thumbs up, which is awesome. If you're just tuning in, give me a thumbs up. That makes me so happy. It's really the only instant feedback I can get unless you call into the show. Speaking of calling into the show, no one's calling. You need to call in right now. I know some of my friends are watching. If you have Bitcoins left, call in. If you don't, you can send me a message on Bidchat, but you can only send me a message right now from the Bidchat app. So if you look to message me on here, I figured out that is not working right now. On the website here, you cannot message me. However, you can find me on social media and make sure that you get in touch with me so that I can send you Bitcoins if you're having a problem with Bitcoins or you don't know how to call in or you're confused with the website or the app. Reach out to me on social media at The Break for Moms with the number 4 on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I am also taking all of my videos from my shows and taking those archived videos and putting them on YouTube. Just search The Break for Moms with the number 4 on YouTube as well, and subscribe. I have 1 subscriber right now. Alicia, thank you so much. I had another old YouTube channel, which was not really old, but it was my first YouTube channel, and it was under my full name, Nicole Gefferink TV. But now that I'm busy with the show and I'm creating videos every week on the show, I really kind of just put that other YouTube channel to the side. So because I started a new YouTube channel, I don't have any subscribers yet, just 1. So please go today to The Break for Moms with the number 4 on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. When I get 100 subscribers on that channel, I'm going to do another giveaway. On Twitter, I am close to 500 subscribers, which is awesome. So when I get 500 subscribers on Twitter, I'll do a giveaway on there of some sort. And Instagram, I've got over 100 now, so I'd like to get to 500 there as well. But I want to have lofty goals. So I want to have 1,000 viewers and subscribers. I want to have 1,000 fans on this show. So please, please, please spread the word. Tell your mom friends, tell your nanny, tell your babysitter. Tell your mentor mom friends and family members. This is also a show that mentor moms, older moms, more seasoned moms can call into and give advice and share encouragement. The show is about encouraging other moms, and you seasoned moms out there, you are so encouraging. I want to tell you, I spoke to this a little bit earlier in past shows, but I want to tell you again, if you are not a part of a supportive group for moms like MOPS or another similar group, you need to join a group, meet other moms. Many of those groups have mentor moms, mine does, and they are fabulous. And let me tell you, speaking of mentor moms, some mentor moms in my group have shared some fabulous recipes because they know all too well that it's very, very hard to cook when you have little ones at home, regardless of whether they're babies or, they're older kids maybe and you're driving them back and forth to school and sports. It's busy when you have kids. It's so busy. So it's hard to cook. And I like to cook, kind of. I think I'm kind of a good cook, but I get really stressed out about cooking because I don't want my kids anywhere near me in the kitchen. I don't want them touching dirty utensils. If I have raw meat, I feel like I'm in a panic. The TV needs to be on and they need to be out of my way, out of my hair. So I like to do things that are quick. I like to use a crock pot when I can. And I like to use the oven a lot. I don't like to cook on the stove. I feel like there's this other element of danger with standing by a hot stove, the stove top. So I don't know. I don't like to use the stove. I like to just put things in the oven and know the door's shut, and kids are less likely to get hurt. So I want to share 2 recipes with you. My mentor friend, Donna, hi, Donna, if by chance you're watching, she is such a sweet woman, and she shared some great recipes. I was actually telling her thank you this past week when I was at my mom's group Real Moms. I was telling her thank you because she really made my week easier because I made not one but two of the meals that she shared in this fabulous recipe book that my moms group published, where all the moms share different recipes, put them into a book, and then we each got to take one home, which is a great idea if you're part of a moms group. Sharing recipes, because we run out of recipes. Kids get sick of the same old thing, and you can never have enough easy, kid-friendly recipes. So two of them are this. You can take chicken breasts, 4 of them, put them in a 9x13 pan, and then take potatoes, like new potatoes or red skin potatoes, cut them up so they're small chunks. Spread those in between your chicken, and then take frozen green beans or fresh green beans, sprinkle those around the potatoes and the chicken as well. All of that should fit in a 9x13 pan. And then take 1 stick of butter, melt it, pour it over the top. Take an Italian seasoning packet. I like the Wishbone. I think those are the tastiest ones, but if you want to make your own, if you want things to be all organic, or you want to buy a different Italian seasoning packet, I'm sure that you could kind of substitute what I use. Sprinkle it all across the whole packet, or maybe less if you want less sodium. Cover it with foil, put it in the oven at, I believe, 350 for 1 hour, and you will have the most delicious meal. It's like one of those wedding meals when you go to a wedding and you've got the smorgasbord of your chicken and your vegetable and your yummy potatoes, and it tastes so good. It's super easy. I love making it. Donna, you are the best. It's a great meal to send to new mothers too if you want to make a meal for someone or someone that's sick and they need a meal delivered. It's easy to make. You can double it up and make one for yourself, your family, as well as another family in need. And let me share one more recipe that she shared with me because I made this one recently. My husband does not like pork chops, and I don't usually make pork chops. My kids, I didn't think would like them. But if you make pork chops in a crock pot, they can come out fabulous. All you do is put a pack of pork chops at the bottom of your crock pot. I like to use the liners. It kind of helps with cleanup. And then you take either cream of chicken soup or any similar base. I've heard that some people make their own homemade version of cream of chicken. If you want to have something a little bit healthier, you can do that as well. You could use cream of mushroom or cream of chicken with herbs. There's a bunch of different varieties. Put that, spread that on the top over your pork chops in the crock pot, and then take a ranch seasoning packet and sprinkle it on top. Of course, you could substitute that for a different seasoning packet or make your own ranch flavored seasoning. I don't know how you would do that, but you could. And sprinkle it on top, close the lid. I believe it's only 3 hours on high that you have to make that. And it comes out fabulous. And the juices and everything, it comes together to make a really nice gravy for mashed potatoes or cut up red skin potatoes or whatever. It's really easy. And my whole family loved it. My husband, who hates pork chops, loved it. He said, wow, this is really tender. This tastes just like chicken. So those are a couple recipes for you, some great ones that I like. And I am going to make those again this week. I, in fact, have meat ready. And as soon as I'm done with this broadcast, I'm actually going to put the pork chops in my crock pot. It's great that you don't have to do it first thing in the morning. If you're a teacher or someone else that works a 9 to 5, I know that's kind of tricky. You might want to wait and do that one on the weekend. But if you're someone that has a hard time prepping ahead of time and, you know, it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon and you're thinking, oh, okay, it's too late to use the crock pot. It's not too late. There are recipes that you can do in 2 or 3 hours, and the pork chop one is one of them. So I will post that up on my blog. Speaking of blog, I didn't tell you how you can subscribe to my blog. It's www.thebreak4moms.com. Make sure you use that number 4, not the word 4. You won't get the right website. So it's www.thebreak4moms.com, and I am going to post discussions from the show and information that I share, resources and links to important information on that blog, as well as the archive videos from YouTube. I will link them directly to the blog. So if you want to just go to one place to get all the information you need, including a tab on contests, which I'm going to talk about the contest from last week and give you an update on that in a minute, just go directly to the blog and you'll find all the information you need. And you can email me either on the blog or just simply by typing Nicole, Nicole, at thebreak4moms with the number 4.com. Send me a message. Tell me what you think of the show. If you have ideas for the show or you'd like to be an expert guest on the show, I would love to hear from you, because as the show comes along and I get the hang of things and get some of these technical issues out of the way that I've been having the last few weeks, then I am definitely going to have some people join me as co-broadcasters on the show. So I hope that maybe you might be one of them. I'd love to meet you and hear from you. I see that my mom is trying to call into the show again today and it's not working. Mom, if you are not using Google Chrome or Firefox browser, it's probably not going to work. I see that you're trying. Thank you for trying. Hi, Mom. If you have your own moms that are home right now and they want to watch the show, tell them to tune in as well. I'm sure my mom is watching, and of course, she is my main motivator and my inspiration because she is a great mom, and she's taught me a lot about what I need to know as a mom. But of course, other mentor moms are great as well, so I'd love to have any other seasoned moms call into the show, like I said before. So I told you about social media. I told you how you can get in contact with me. Share that information with your friends and family. I would love to hear from you. It's not working for her to call into the show, but don't be intimidated. You can call into the show. We have 15 minutes left. I'm looking out of the corner of my eye at my computer, and it says 1:45 Eastern Time. So you have 15 minutes left to call into the show. I really hope that you will do that. I would love to meet you and talk to you. Part of what makes this live streaming show different from other shows is that it is two-way live streaming. So if you call into the show, everyone else who is a viewer, and there are 83 of you, awesome, all of those other viewers will see you as well. So I'm thinking that callers are feeling intimidated because maybe they're in their pajamas and they don't want to be seen, or maybe they're not in their pajamas, but they're intimidated to talk in front of other people. I know a lot of people have stage fright, my husband included. He would never ever call into the show, even though I'm his wife and I'm, the mom of the household. So it's okay if you're nervous. Wait until next time. Wait until someone else calls into the show. Watch them. But I'm telling you, it's so much fun. And I want people that I don't know to call in, not just my friends and family. I want to meet new moms, seasoned moms, adoptive moms, pediatricians, nannies, babysitters, young friends that are not yet moms but are thinking about becoming moms. All of you, I'd love to meet you and hear from you. If you're a fellow broadcaster, please call into the show. That helps to test out the bidding system. And I know sometimes the broadcasters themselves feel a little bit more comfortable than the organic viewers who are not broadcasters. So any broadcaster, if you're a guy and you have a guy show, sports show, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you want to call in right now, if you're watching and you're wondering if you should call in right now, okay? You need to call in because I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for a caller. And callers are what make this show more fun and what distinguish this live streaming platform on Bidchat from other live streaming options such as YouTube and Facebook. Those other platforms do not allow you to do two-way live streaming. So that's how Bidchat is different, if you want to know the difference. And unfortunately, I haven't had someone call into the show so that you could see that difference. But you can check out any of the other broadcasts on Bidchat. And if you click on Moments, it's listed next to the full broadcasts in the archived section on each broadcaster's profile. And by the way, speaking of archived broadcasts, each of my broadcasts are saved on Bidchat as well. So you can go to YouTube at the Break for Moms, or you can just simply come on Bidchat any time of the day when it's convenient for you, and you can check out the archive broadcasts. They are all saved unless I decide to delete them. There have been a few where there were some technical issues, so if you see a Monday that's not there, it's probably because there was a technical issue. But all the rest are there. They're saved, and they're on my website as well, www.thebreakformoms.com, so you can check it out there, YouTube, or Bidchat. Okay, so if you click on Moments, which is listed under my profile and the other broadcaster profiles, the other show profiles on Bidchat, you will come across not the full broadcast, but just the little snippets of when people called into the show, where there is two-way live streaming. And when someone calls into the show, it's kind of like you're having a co-broadcaster, which is pretty cool. But sometimes there are technical issues if you don't have a secure connection. So if you're trying to call in right now and it's not working, or you tried to call into another broadcast and it's not working, it could be because you just don't have a secure connection. Refresh your browser, make sure you're using Google Chrome or Firefox, and try again. Practice. It took me a long time to figure it out. And on certain days, there were issues with the website where I would try to call in, I would get booted off, and I'd try again, and it didn't work. So don't panic, don't get discouraged if it's not working. It may not be you at all. It could just be a little issue with the website. Or, sometimes if someone on another broadcast says or does something that breaks the rules of Bidchat, the website can go down completely because of that, because we want to keep this website and this platform safe and non-offensive for all viewers. So keep that in mind as well. Anytime there's an issue, there are technical people from the Bidchat team that are policing this live streaming experience. So it is the best experience possible. And I hope that you're having the best experience possible. Would you believe there are 89 people watching this show right now? I am so excited about it. I cannot wait to tell my husband when he comes home, because oh, my poor husband, he has kind of lost his wife for a while because I've been so busy preparing for these shows and coming up with plans. 1 hour is a long time to talk live. I can't really, there's not a lot of room for error, so I can't run out of topics. I have to keep talking, and if I stutter, I just have to keep going. So that's the reality of reality. This is kind of like reality TV, but it's live streaming. But at any moment, my shirt back here could fall, or my light could stop working and just stop, or someone could ring my doorbell 5 times like they did during one of my first broadcasts. That was interesting. So anyhow, hi, I see now we made it to 90 viewers. Hi, welcome. If you are a late straggler, it's okay. I want to let you know that my regular show on Bidchat is The Break for Moms. I'm Nicole, the host of the show, and the show will air every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 10 a.m. on the West Coast. So I'm just kind of wrapping up this broadcast, but it's not too late to call in. So if you are viewer number 91 and you're just tuning in right now, I would love to have you call into the show. No one has called into this show right now, which makes me sad. I'm wondering if you're having trouble. Will somebody please message me either on Bidchat through the app? You can message me directly on Bidchat as long as you are a follower of the show. Click on the heart at the bottom of this show profile to officially follow me, and then you can send me a message on the Bidchat app, or you can send me an email at Nicole, Nicole, at thebreak4moms.com. Make sure you use the number 4 for that email, as well as across social media. You can search for The Break for Moms on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, as well as my blog, as I mentioned, and YouTube. I'm posting the archive videos on YouTube. I have a new channel, so I only have 1 subscriber, but hopefully I'll have more. And I want to reward followers. So if you are a new follower, I will send you 100 Bitcoins today after the show for free. You can use them to call into my show or any other show on Bidchat. There are so many great ones. I've made so many wonderful friends on these other shows, and they're all really great people with some really interesting shows, from cooking to entertainment, music related shows, live performers. The list goes on and on. I can't begin to tell you all of them. There are some shows for kids and teens. One of them is Talk to the Paws, a show with at least one child, a young girl. I haven't met her yet, but she talks about animals, and I need to call into her show and meet her because that show is very intriguing to me. So a teen show that talks about musicals and live shows. They're into theater, so check out their show. It's called Show Talks. Hopefully I said that right, for those of you on Show Talks. Anyhow, check out all the broadcasts. There's some great ones. And I need to conclude this broadcast by telling you about the contest. If you watched last week, and the week before, we were having some trouble with the contest and the means for people to enter the contest. So a friend of mine and a fellow consultant from a group called Usborne Books, it's a fabulous book company, came and she called into the show via the live streaming platform. She talked about nonfiction and some great book choices for kids, some great options for Christmas gifts. And as a part of her being my friend and being a consultant from Usborne Books, I asked her if she wanted to do a giveaway for the show, because everybody loves giveaways. So she offered to give away a book to 1 lucky viewer. So here's what you need to do to win. I was going to announce the winner today, but I only had 2 or 3 people enter. I know, it's really embarrassing. But I think it's because people were confused, or I just didn't have that many viewers last week. There were a lot of issues with the website. So very quickly, here's how you can enter. I'm extending the contest again. So if you go to my blog right away and you see that the deadline was yesterday, it's not. I am continuing the contest until next week. We need to get some more entries. Here's what you can do to enter. You need to go to my blog, www.thebreak4moms.com with the number 4. Sorry for repeating that several times, but I want to make sure you make the number 4 in the title. And you'll get the main website, The Break for Moms. You'll see this cute logo, and you'll see a cartoon image of me. It's an illustrated portrait. and you will see a menu, and one of the choices on the menu is contests and giveaways. Click on that. You will read all of the rules for the contest. So go ahead and read those rules. You'll see the deadline will be extended later today after the show. When I get a minute tonight, I will extend the deadline. But know that if you're watching the show right now, I'm telling you, the deadline is not yesterday. It's going to be next Sunday, the day before the show, because I need time to take all of those winners and write their names on a piece of paper and put them in a hat so that I can draw a winner live on the show next Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, okay? So the drawing is next Monday. Your last day to enter will be this Sunday, and I hope people enter, because if I only have 3 people, what kind of contest is that? I need to have a lot of people. So you need to subscribe to the blog at www.thebreakformoms.com. On the left side of the website is a little box, and it says subscribe via email. All you have to do is give me your email address. Don't worry, I'm not going to spam you a bunch of things. You will just get new postings with new videos from the show, and any tips and resources that I share on the blog will get emailed to you once a week, and that's it. So for subscribing, you will automatically get entered into the contest. But wait, there's more. There's one more step, okay? So you need to subscribe, okay? The reason you need to subscribe to the blog is because you cannot comment on the blog or on this contest page unless you are a subscriber. So once you are a subscriber, go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of that contest page, and you will see an area at the bottom that says reply, leave a message. And that message is a comment on the contest page. I have no comments on there. I keep checking. All week I checked. Not a single person left me a comment on my blog on the contest page. So you need to do that. All you have to do is type WIN. What does that spell? Win. Okay? One person will win. That's all you have to do. Okay? In the past, I said to message me on Bidchat, but that doesn't work for any of you that aren't using the app. So don't worry about that. Go to the blog. Again, www.thebreakformoms.com, and click on the contest giveaway page. Scroll to the bottom after you've put in your email on the side of the web page to subscribe to the blog. On the bottom of that contest page is an area where you can leave a comment. Type win. I'll automatically see that you are a new subscriber, and I'll get your name. And I just need to be able to contact you. So of course, if you subscribe to the blog, I will have your email address so I can contact you if you are a winner. Got it? Okay. If you don't have it, go to the blog on that contest page and reread the rules. It's all there. If you have any questions, you can email me directly at Nicole, Nicole, at thebreakformoms.com with the number 4. I would love to hear from you. If you're having trouble calling into the show today and you want to just let me know, then go ahead and email me. I don't mind. I will check those emails, especially since I'm giving a shout out to people to email me. And again, if you're just watching and you'd like to be an expert on the show is for moms and caregivers of children. There are so many different types of people that I would love to hear from on the show as experts. I am not claiming to be an expert. I will never use the hashtag expert. I'm just a mom like all of you and caregiver of children, and I'm trying to survive day by day. I need help. I need support. I feel kind of lonely sometimes when I'm at home, so I would think that maybe you do too. And that's why I created this show. It is a show for friendship. If you call into the show, we can meet and, literally become friends over the internet, which is kind of cool. And I would think for the most part that most people are inherently good and no one would be a troll and take advantage of that. You hear the term troll means like creepy people on the internet. Hopefully none of you, those 103 that are watching, are one of those people. I would assume that you are all probably people like me that are interested in the show and topics related to children and parenting. So with that said, it is 1:58. I have to be mindful of the time because there are other broadcasters on Bidchat that are going to be starting their broadcast at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and I don't want to run into their show. So I see that the auction clock is running, so someone is trying to call in. You've got 2 more minutes. If you were thinking, sorry that I'm fixing my hair right now, but I'm kind of looking at it in my picture right here. Want to make sure that I don't have one stray hair sticking up like I often do when I'm chasing around after my kids all day. Okay, so there's 2 minutes left to call in. If you've been waiting this whole time, wondering, feeling nervous, thinking, should I call in, should I not? Should I call in, should I not? I'm going to wait for someone else to call in. Well, guess what? Everyone else thought the same thing that you did. No one called in. So you need to call in, please, please, please. If you don't have Bitcoins, know that all you have to do is be a new follower. Click that heart at the bottom of this show profile. It will turn red, and that notifies me that I have a new follower. I'll send you 100 Bitcoins. And in fact, you may get 200 from me because I have a bunch of Bitcoins, and if I have extras left in the next week, I'm gonna just start passing them out to my other followers who already got 100 Bitcoins, because if I don't use them, I'm gonna ultimately lose them, right? So I'm not going to hoard those Bitcoins. I want you to call in. I don't want you to have to pay any money. This is a new show, and people are learning how to use Bidchat and the bidding system. So I want to encourage you to call in. You don't have to be print and have hair done and makeup on. Of course, I do, because I have a lot of viewers, and I'm the host. So I want to be taken as a professional, but I'm not going to judge you if you call in your pajamas. I don't care where you call me from, as long as it's appropriate, because there may be moms with kids watching, so obviously keep it appropriate. But if you want to call me from the car or wherever, if you're at the grocery store and you have a minute and you're standing in line, whatever you want to do. Actually, it would be kind of funny to see moms in different moments. If you're having a rough day with your kids and you want to call in and your kids are crying in the background, that's okay too. Just call in and talk to me and tell me about your day, because I'm going to have a lot of days while I'm hosting this show where, everything's not hunky-dory. As a mom, I know that you all feel the same way, and I might give an image like I've got it all together, but I'm going to be the first to tell you that I don't. None of us do. We all need help. We all need resources. We all need support. And it's 2 o'clock, we all need to take a break. So I hope that next Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, you will take a break from me, from your day. Thanks to my 107 viewers. Yay! It's a record, and 37 thumbs up. Thank you so much. We beat my record for the most viewers and the most thumbs up today. I want to be mindful of the time. It's 2 o'clock. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to close out this broadcast. If you didn't catch it from the beginning, watch the archive broadcast either here within my profile or on YouTube at The Break from Moms with the number 4, or on the blog. Remember, go to that blog, www.thebreakformoms.com, click on contest, scroll down, become a subscriber on the left side of the page, and type win at the bottom in the comment section, and you'll be entered into that contest. I will draw a winner live on next Monday's show. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Remember, as moms, we need to take a break and give ourselves some time to be the best mom that we can be. So again, I hope you'll take a break with me next week. Bye.